Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. And we've got some pretty awesome news for DEI today. So the latest update 1.2.8 came out a few weeks ago, but we do know that the next update should be coming around Christmas time, hopefully, if all goes well. And we have a submod called Revised Grand Campaign Beta that gives us a sneak preview into some of the changes in the Grand Campaign. So you can go into the Steam Workshop right now, search for this, and try it out for yourself. Make sure that this is on top of the other DEI mods, and make sure that the only submods that you have, or any other mods that you have, are graphical related. This isn't quite compatible with everything else just yet. It's just kind of a testing submod right now. So just to keep that in mind if you want to try that out, and definitely feedback to the team in the Discord if you do, if you find any bugs or crashes or anything like that. But this is essentially a preview into some of the changes that will come in the new update, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to run through in this video some of these changes. They are like really awesome. I can't wait for this to come out. And yeah, we'll run through these now. So some of the biggest changes for me are the new building slots. Every region now has either 4 or 6 slots available. That's a big change compared to what was before. I think port cities had a maximum of 5 and other major cities had like 4. So this really does increase the building slots quite a bit, giving you a lot more opportunity to basically make your provinces and settlements a bit more unique, play around with what you have, depending on what you need, you know, whether it's more food, more cultural conversion, things like that. So it's a really nice thing to see. Factions now get some more or new starting buildings, including some new wonder buildings. So if you go into Rome 2 right now, and actually this is the wrong faction to start with. Here, let's go to the main menu for a second. If you go into Rome 2 with this submod loaded up with DEI, and you pick the Egyptian faction, so if you go here and you pick Ptolemy, you start the campaign, you get a couple of wonder buildings in your settlements. And it's not just Egypt either. With Athens, you get the Piraeus port, which is really cool, its own unique building. With the Seleucids, you get the Gardens of Babylon, and these all give you unique bonuses, right? And each of them are quite unique. It gives you, again, just like the expanded building slots, just a bit more opportunity to make your settlements and provinces more unique, give you more immersion in the game. And I mean, especially with these wonder buildings, you just get that they're not just assets on the campaign map anymore. You get more uniqueness in your campaign gameplay, which is really, really nice. So it's just loading here, and I'll show you some of the wonders that come with Egypt as an example. I think we get the Lighthouse of Alexandria with some really unique bonuses there. And we get the pyramids in Memphis as its own unique wonder building as well. It's not just cosmetic anymore. So it's really, really nice. I'd love to see more of these in the campaign map. Hopefully these come through in the update in winter as well. And yeah, I'm running out of things to say now because this is taking a bit longer to load than I'd like. But yeah, it's going to be a really, really nice addition. I am all for immersion in Total War games. So the more that this happens for mods like DEI, the better. And here we go. So if you go here into Alexandria, you'll see the Pharos of Alexandria, the lighthouse of Egypt, essentially. And it gives you some really nice bonuses, some plus 20% wealth from culture in all regions, which is absolutely massive. I guess the kind of context behind that is that, you know, these buildings have a lot of cultural significance, and you know, it's not that people would come from all over the world to see these in a touristy kind of way. It's just you look at these and think, you know, these are icons of the culture that you're immersed in. And it's got some other really nice bonuses here as well. Line of sight across borders, again, very contextual in terms of what the building is all about. When you look at the pyramids, again, you get that cultural wealth bonus. You got a massive wealth from entertainment, a lot of wealth from agriculture, tax rate, things like that. So again, it's giving you that immersion with the faction. And it's the same thing with other factions as well. So if you go with the Seleucids, over here with Seleucai, you get the Gardens of Babylon. With Athens, you get Piraeus. With Carthage, you get a unique building. I think you already had that actually. But again, you get these unique buildings that is just, it's really nice to have. So yeah, that's another thing that's really cool. You get a new culture, the Numidians, found in Western Africa, which is nice. And I guess that kind of alludes to another kind of focus point for the team in terms of the next update. We're going to get a bit more kind of fleshed out factions. I think the idea is to be a bit more focused on the barbarian factions, but this is a nice addition as well with the Numidians. A lot more kind of new starting characters and family trees. So alongside the Roman families, if you look at the Egyptian family trees, for example, they're the same, Macedonian nobility, Egyptian nobility, but you get a bit more characters now, which is really cool. So very nice little addition. Again, a bit more immersive here as well, which is really nice. You get new kind of starting diplomacy situations and better AI recruitment early in game, which is really important for me. I think you tend to find yourself facing factions early game that have a lot more kind of very simple starting armies, levies, things like that. So hopefully with a barracks building, which every faction now gets, pretty much they get barracks buildings, you're going to face off with a bit more challenging armies in your early game, which is really nice to see. So that's another really good change here. And yeah, so you get these starting diplomacy situations. I think the main point with this submod is they're reevaluating how these kind of starting positions are going to be. So it's kind of like it's almost like an alternative grand campaign to the mod in that you might be faced with new enemies depending on what faction you play with. And it just makes it more interesting. It means that DEI is evolving, and that's what we want to see with a mod. And then finally, what I have to mention here is that it's more moddable. With things like the expanded building slots, and they've essentially been able to release a new start position kit file for submodders to be able to essentially play around with what provinces and settlements factions start with, for example. So you can have a submod that changes the time period, and different factions start with different provinces or settlements in different political situations and all that, which is really cool. It gives submodders a bit more opportunity to play around with other starting positions, other timelines, other new factions, for example. And it's just really nice to see. It means it's more moddable, which is always a good thing for any Total War game. And I can't wait to see what happens with that. I think it gives us a lot more opportunity to see some more varied and diverse submods for the game. So it should be really interesting. And that's kind of the crux of the changes coming to the Grand Campaign in this preview mod. A lot more will be coming, of course. We do know for a fact that they're working quite heavily on barbarian factions in the next update. So that should be really cool. So keep your ears out. If you're in the Discord, definitely check out the the announcement channel for anything new that might be coming. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Just a very quick, short preview into some of the things that were coming in the Grand Campaign. And definitely check out the submod, which is in the Steam Workshop as well. Feedback to the team. Remember to load it up on top of DEI. And yeah, if you're in Discord, definitely join the server and feedback with any bugs or crashes, any suggestions that you've seen. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like, drop any thoughts or questions in the comments section below. And again, subscribe if you want to see more Total War content, gameplay, and news just like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.